Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. In the Middle East, a fragile ceasefire is under severe strain after the most serious direct exchange between Iran and Israel since April. Hezbollah rockets targeted northern Israeli territories yesterday, prompting Israeli airstrikes on Hezbollah targets in Beirut's southern suburbs. Iran then fired approximately 10 ballistic missiles at an Israeli airbase in retaliation. Israeli defenses intercepted them all with no casualties reported, and early today, Israel struck back with airstrikes on military targets in western and central Iran, including areas near Tehran. Explosions were reported in several Iranian cities. This escalation, now over 100 days into the broader conflict, has threatened to unravel the US-brokered truces. US President Trump has urged restraint as diplomats race to prevent a wider war. We'll continue to monitor this fast-evolving situation, but let's discuss this further with Mr. Jonathan Elkhoury, who is an Israeli-Lebanese activist. He's joining us live from Haifa. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. We appreciate it, especially at this crucial hour. I want to firstly understand from your perspective, sir, how are you looking at this increase in hostilities from either side? Obviously, Lebanon has been the bone of contention between, in these negotiations, if we can call it so.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for having me. And what we're seeing and what we're witnessing is another violation of the Islamic Republic of Iran for that ceasefire. And moreover, we're seeing the Islamic Republic of Iran's need and try to force Lebanon's hand into get under Iranian sovereignty or Iranian dictates what's going on because of the terrorist organization Hezbollah that have begun all of this war. To remind you, what is happening here is at the end of the day, Hezbollah terrorist organization has violated the ceasefire numerous times, leading to Israeli response in Dahia area, that is a southern suburb of Beirut. That is 100% a stronghold of Hezbollah's terrorist organization, where they have a lot of ammunition, a lot of bases, and a lot of places that they issue their strategy from. And this is what we've heard from Israeli officials yesterday, that they have targeted two specific targets in the suburbs of Beirut that were used by Hezbollah as some sort of an operation room. And what we've seen is a retaliation that was done, or you can say a violation of the ceasefire that was done by the Islamic Republic of Iran, responding to Israeli territories that was including in northern of Israel, two populated territories in the north of Israel. And we're seeing also from last night, the Houthi terrorist organization that also answers to the calls of the Islamic Republic of Iran the same way that Hezbollah does, has also decided last night to respond and fire the ballistic missiles towards Jerusalem and towards the center of Israel and Tel Aviv, Ramat Gan, and all of this area. And we've seen also another violation of the Islamic Republic of Iran firing ballistic missiles at Haifa region early this morning, just a couple of hours ago.
Absolutely. And so then I want to understand, because Lebanon gets stuck in the middle of all this. We had seen a ceasefire that was brokered in April. Obviously, it was a very fragile ceasefire, but hostilities continued in Lebanon. We saw that over there, these operations still continued. We saw Houthis launching attacks. We saw Hezbollah, not restraining itself. So how are you looking at this situation going forward? Because despite negotiations, despite the fact that all the countries are calling for peace in Lebanon, there seems to be nothing happening on the ground.
Yeah, well, we need to take into consideration what's going on inside of Lebanon. You have the proper Lebanese government that has told the Islamic Republic of Iran numerous times, also lately with President Joseph Aoun, the Lebanese president, in a special interview to the CNN, requesting the Islamic Republic of Iran to get its grip out of Lebanon, because the Lebanese people have the right to dictate their future and decide in negotiations whether to go for peace or whether to go to war. And And we've seen what happened. We've seen that once the Israelis and the Lebanese sat at the same table, negotiated face to face, and issuing their desire to live together prosperously and to kind of end the state of war that these two nations are having right now. But yet you can't ignore this third factor. This third factor in Lebanon, that is Hezbollah's terrorist organization, which, remind you, Hezbollah was issued in Lebanon in the 2nd of March as an illegal terrorist organization in the Lebanese state by the Lebanese government. So this is a non-governmental factor that is leading the Lebanese people, the Lebanese government, and all of Lebanon itself into a war that has nothing to do with any Lebanese cause. We've seen it numerous times from Lebanese prime minister, from Lebanese president, and also from politicians in Lebanon demanding Hezbollah to oblige to the ceasefire that was decided, yet Hezbollah refused to accept this ceasefire again and again. We've seen them after the ceasefire that you mentioned in April that was brokered through the US. We've seen Hezbollah refusing to accept that ceasefire. They continued on launching drone attacks and also missiles to northern Israeli cities. We've seen also their official declining of the ceasefire that was declared by the Lebanese government and by the Israeli government after their third or fourth round of negotiations. So the problem that we're facing here right now is not the Lebanese government, is not the Lebanese people, but is this terrorist organization that has kidnapped Lebanese public's decisions and leading Lebanon into this war unwillingly. And we've seen also, I will remind you that Joseph Aoun has demanded from the Islamic Republic of Iran to stop meddling into Lebanese affairs. Yet with this ballistic missile last night by the Islamic Republic of Iran, they have completely violated the Lebanese sovereignty. They have completely violated the Lebanese demand of them stopping interfering in Lebanese affairs.
Then, Jonathan, I also want to understand what's your view about the Israeli military operations that are currently ongoing. Their objective is to create a buffer zone. They believe that, to north and south of the Litani River, they want to make sure that there is a buffer zone. They want to destroy all kinds of infrastructure that is present on the ground so that Hezbollah can't, raise themselves again in that region. Do you believe that's the solution going forward?
Well, I believe my solution at the end of the day is through diplomacy. That's why I 100% approve and behind direct negotiations that are ongoing between the Israelis and the Lebanese, because we need to get this solution together as two nations, two people recognizing each other's sovereignty. Israel, at the end of the day, when you look at Israeli officials, from the prime minister to the foreign minister, they accept the Lebanese sovereignty, but at the end of the day, the problem is that this factor, Hezbollah's terrorist organization, using the Lebanese sovereignty to attack Israel, like happened previously in history when the Palestinian Liberation Organization occupied south of Lebanon and issued missiles and terrorist attack against the northern of Israel that led to an Israeli operation that stayed in Lebanon for 18 years, which after it, Israel withdrew 100% because Israel's intention was never to stay in Lebanese territory. And we're hearing the same cycle happening again. We have Israeli officials saying, our objective is not to occupy Lebanese territory. Our objective is not to stay inside of Lebanese territory, but is to make sure that this terrorist organization, Hezbollah, that answers 100% to the Islamic Republic of Iran, that has been funded by billions of dollars throughout the last 40 years by the Islamic Republic of Iran, have sent missiles to from the Islamic Republic of Iran through the Assad regime in Syria, and also giving them the shelter or the political umbrella that they have gave them internationally. This time, Israel is saying, we're not gonna just accept any regular ceasefire. We demand the dismantlement of Hezbollah 100%. And this is something that also the Lebanese government is interested in. And we've heard the Lebanese parliament and the Lebanese government saying that they want to disarm Hezbollah. Now, I want to remind you a little bit. There is a resolution that was done by the UN in 2006. It's the 1701 UN resolution that dictates states that every non-governmental actor in Lebanon can't have weapons. Only the Lebanese military is allowed to have weapons. Yet we've seen Hezbollah basically ignoring this, and the capabilities of the Lebanese military or the Lebanese government themselves to dismantle Hezbollah is still in question, because the Lebanese military de facto is not doing its job. And also UNIFIL forces that are in south of Lebanon that were supposed to, for the last 20 plus years, to observe and note that Hezbollah is rearming itself. Hezbollah is still going south of the Litani River, that they have failed to do their job that they were put in Lebanon to do. And we're seeing its outcome today. I think that the continued conversation and direct negotiations between Israel and Lebanon is the right path. But also, we need to have a joint operation with the Lebanese government in order to make sure that Hezbollah is dismantled 100%.